A Scotsman has seen a monster in a lake, and the Scotsman was absolutely stone-cold sober. What's surprising about this is that the lake isn't in Scotland, it's right here in Canada. We naturally sent reporter Bob Gillingham scurrying there with a camera, and he tells us now about the strange sighting of Ogopogo, the bashful monster who seems determined to help the tourist trade around BC's Okanagan Lake.
Ogopogo was first spotted in the lake more than 100 years ago, in 1872, by Mrs. John Allison. Since then, more than 1,000 sightings have been reported. In the beginning, the Indians named him Nakata, or Nahatek, meaning Lake Demon. In 1924, someone concocted a ditty which said, "His mother was an earwig, his father was a whale, a little bit of head, and hardly any tail, and Ogopogo was his name." The label stuck. Descriptions of the creature are varied, but everyone seems to agree that he doesn't look like the creature from the Black Lagoon, the beast that ate New York, or your best friend after a hard night. It's more likely he resembles a frog from the front and a dinosaur from the back. A group of residents at a resort in Kelowna gave their impressions of the elusive Ogie.
It's definitely a disturbance going down the lake. It looked like, at first, I thought they were large seabirds or something that were flowing, but they were going too fast. And it made a circular pattern around the lake and went back across the lake. And as it went across the lake, it was a great long object, whatever it was. It was a large mass. And it was undulating, whatever. There was no great humps sticking out or anything like that. But it was definitely a wavy pattern.
I wasn't afraid of it or anything, but I noticed everybody was swimming and on little boats, and they all came in and were standing on shore.
You're from Calgary, I understand.
Yes.
You're not too concerned that when you talk about this when you go back to Calgary that somebody might say, was this spotted during the happy hour?
Yeah, I think they're going to.
Arlene Gall has been acting as Ogie's Boswell for the past 10 years. She has written a book about him and compiled a number of photographs and composite drawings. She says there's no doubt he exists because the number of people who claim to have seen him can't all be wrong. She says Ogie is alive and well somewhere in the depths of Okanagan Lake.
I'm most certain that there's something out in that lake. They can call him Ogopogo or whatever they desire, but there is a large creature out there.
Ogopogo still hasn't attained the worldwide fame of the Loch Ness Monster. It may be because he's too bashful, a little on the timid side, and strictly non-violent. And the residents here hope he stays that way. Bob Gillingham, CBC News.